Hello crochet lovers, how are you? Welcome back to Crochet Lovers, the channel where we learn to crochet step by step. My name is Elena and today I'll teach you how to make a decorative patch in the shape of a rainbow. We can make it using 5 colors or as many as we want. You can let your imagination fly with this project. At the end of this tutorial, we'll learn how to make these fringes and we'll also make one little cloud in case you want to use it as another decorative detail as well. I hope you make this with me. Now, let's get to the tutorial. The first thing we'll do is select the 5 colors that we'll use for our rainbow. You can use any material you have available. I will use a cotton yarn for a 3mm hook. But you should know that the thicker the yarn, the bigger the final rainbow. And the thinner the yarn, the tinier the rainbow will be. Now it's time to begin with the first color. So we make a slip knot. If you don't know the basic crochet stitches, you can check the basic course for beginners. So the next step is to make 16 chains with that first color. Once we're done, in the second chain from the hook, we'll make 1 single crochet. And then 5 single crochet stitches after that one. So in total, we should have 6 single crochets since we began this first row. After those 6 single crochets, we'll make 3 increases. Remember that an increase is 2 single crochets in the same hole, in that same chain. So we make 1 and 2 single crochets. That's our first increase. And then the next one, we make 1 and 2 in the same hole. So we have 2 increases, and in the third one, we make 1 and 2 single crochets, and those will be our 3 single crochet increases. Now, in order to finish, we'll make 6 single crochets, which should match the chains we have available. There should be 6 more to go. When we're done, we should have this shape, which will help us build our rainbow. So now we make 1 chain, we turn the project over, and we now make 5 single crochets. It's 1 single crochet in each stitch available from the previous row. We make sure we have 5 stitches, and now we make 1 increase. Remember that for this we make 1 and 2 single crochets in the same stitch. That's our increase. Where we had 1 stitch before, we now have 2. After this, we'll make 1 single crochet and then another increase. So we make 1 and 2 single crochets. Then we make 2 single crochets, one after the other. So we have 1, and in the next stitch we make another 1. And now we begin to go down. So we make 1 increase in this stitch. After that, 1 single crochet alone, and then we make 1 increase. It's exactly what we did on the other side, but we're going down from now on. So now we should have 5 stitches, where we'll make another 5 single crochets to finish the second row. When we have 2 rows in each color, we'll change yarns. So each of our colors will be 2 rows thick. We'll bring in the new yarn. For me, the new color is blue. So we pull the previous color and now we chain 1. After this, we turn the project over and now we'll work on the back loops of each stitch. In crochet, each stitch has a top loop with a front and a back part. This is what I call a top loop. So we'll now work only on the back part of that loop whenever we change colors. This will help us create this texture for our rainbow. We will also use these stitches to hide the threads we'll get from changing colors. So move them to the back in order to hide them with our new stitches. Let's look for the first back loop. It's always a bit hidden, but there it is. That's our first top loop. So we'll locate the back part, and in there we'll make 1 single crochet. If you find it too hard to work on the back loops, you can use the full top loop. Just know that we will be missing the texture I showed you before. So we begin with one single crochet. These rows where we change colors are super easy. We just need to make one single crochet in each stitch available until we get to the end of the row. So that was the first one, and the next back loop will make another one, and so on until we have 22 single crochet stitches for this third row. After we make 5 or 6 stitches, we don't need to keep using our stitches to hide the threads. So we just keep going without hiding the threads, and then we just cut them close to the base. When the third row is over, we turn the project over, and for the fourth row, we'll use the full top loop. So we begin this fourth row with 5 single crochet stitches. And then we repeat the sequence we already know, 1 increase and 1 single crochet 3 times. So here we make 1 increase, after that we make 1 single crochet by itself, and we repeat that sequence 3 times. So we make another increase, 1 single crochet, which is the second time we've done this, and then we make the third one with 1 increase and 1 single crochet. By now, we should be halfway through our rainbow. And we start moving down with 1 increase and 1 single crochet. And we repeat that sequence 3 times. That's the increase, so we make the single crochet to finish the first time. We make another increase and then 1 single crochet for the second time, and then we make the third time. It's the same way we did it on the other side, but this time we'll go down. After our sequence is done, we should have 5 stitches available so we can make our 5 single crochet stitches. When we are done with the fourth row, remember that we are making 2 rows in each color. So now we'll bring in the new color. And we already know the instructions for the rows where we change colors. So we make 1 chain, we turn the project over, and we'll use the back loops to make 1 single crochet in each of them. For this row, which is number 5, we'll be making 28 single crochet stitches. So carefully look for the first back loop. Remember that it tends to be hidden. We'll hide the threads for now, but if it's too complicated to do so, we can leave them laying there, and later we can use a yarn needle to hide them. I've just finished the 5th row, so we make 1 chain, turn over the project, and we begin the 6th row with 6 single crochets. Remember that after we change colors and make the first row, we'll use the full top loop for this row. After those 6 single crochets, we repeat the sequence. So we make 1 increase and 1 single crochet 4 times. That's our increase. And right next to it, we make 1 single crochet, and we repeat this 3 more times. So we have a total of 4. This is the second increase. Then we make 1 single crochet, and so on until we have 4 increases. And then we make 1 single crochet. Now we'll begin to move down. So we make another 4 times the sequence of 1 increase, 1 single crochet. Remember that for this we'll make the sequence backwards. Only for those 4 times. So we begin with 1 single crochet and then 1 increase until we have it done 4 times. And then we finally make 6 single crochet stitches. We now have 2 rows with that third color, so we'll bring in a new one. For me, it's orange. Remember to pull on both threads. Then we make 1 chain, we turn the project over, and for this row, we'll make 36 single crochets. So we make 1 single crochet in each back loop. This row is done, so we make 1 chain, we turn the project over, and we begin with row 8 by making 7 single crochet stitches. After those 7 single crochets, we'll make 1 increase, 2 single crochets, 1 increase, 2 single crochets 8 times. So we begin with 1 increase, And now we make 2 single crochets by themselves. And we'll repeat this 8 times in total. So we make 1 increase, then 2 single crochets by themselves. That's the second time. After this, we make 6 more. By then, you'll be all the way around and we will just need to make 5 single crochet stitches. If we count from the last increase to the end of the row, we must have 7 single crochet stitches. After this, we change colors for this 9th row. And we must have 44 single crochet stitches done on the back loops. And for our last row, we make 1 chain, turn the project over, and we begin with 8 single crochet stitches. This is our last row, row number 10. Once we've done those 8 single crochets, we'll repeat the sequence. So we make 1 increase and 2 single crochet stitches, but we'll make it 10 times. So here we go, 1 increase, and then we make 2 single crochets by themselves. So that's 1 and 2. We'll repeat this 10 times in total. Once we've done this 10 times, we must have 6 stitches available. So we'll make the last 6 single crochets. This means that after the last increase, we should have 8 single crochet stitches for this, our 10th row. Our rainbow is ready, so we make 1 more chain to finish this off, so that the thread does not become loose. And now we cut the yarn so we can hide it later with a yarn needle. We bring in the yarn needle and from the back of our rainbow, we'll begin hiding the thread. I like to pass the needle first before we add the thread. Then we cut close to the base and we repeat the process with the first thread we also left behind. And that's it, our rainbows should be ready. This is how our cute rainbow patches should look like. We can decorate them with some fringes or clouds, whatever we want. Now I'll show you how to make these little clouds. I'll make mine in green so you can see it in the tutorial. So we begin our cloud with a slip knot. And then we make 10 chains. Now, starting from the second chain from the hook and on, we'll make 8 single crochet stitches. After those 8 single crochets, we should have 1 chain available. And in there, we'll make 3 single crochets, which is also a double increase. That is how we call it when we make 3 single crochet stitches in the same hole. This has helped us create a curve, and once it's done, we'll see the bottom part of the chains. We'll begin with the second chain because the first one is where we created the curve. And from that on, we'll make 7 single crochets, so it's 1, 2, and so on until we have 7 single crochet stitches on the bottom part of the chains. In the last part, which is the very first chain we made, we'll make 2 single crochet stitches. This will help us complete the 3 single crochet stitches that we should have on each corner. Now, in the first single crochet we made, we'll make 1 slip stitch. And now we make 1 chain to begin the second row. After this, we'll make 1 single crochet in the first stitch available. And then we'll skip 1 stitch. And in the next one, we'll make 5 double crochets. So we make 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, and so on until we have 5 double crochet stitches in the same hole. After this, we skip 1 stitch and in the next one, we'll make 1 single crochet. As you can see, here we have a part of the cloud done. We must make 5 in total, so we'll repeat this sequence 4 times more. We skip 1 stitch and in the next one, we make 5 double crochet stitches. Our 5 double crochet stitch fan. And then we skip 1 stitch. And in the next one, we make 1 single crochet. We continue going all the way around until we have 5 fans like this, which are the ones that create the shape of our cloud. When we're done after the last fan, we skip one stitch and we'll be at the very first stitch we made. In that first single crochet, we'll make a slip stitch. And that is how we'll finish our cloud. We just have to cut the yarn, remove the hook, and then we can use the cloud to decorate our rainbow. Right now, I'll show you real quick how to make the fringes. We just need to cut the yarn twice as long as we want the fringe to be. And we bring it in this way with the help of our hook. We leave a small part over here. And then we bring both sides of the yarn through the small hoop. We have made our first fringe. I made 2 fringes per color so the rainbow ends up looking like this. And that is it for this tutorial. I hope you really liked it. Show me your creations via social media and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything and everything new. See you very soon. Have a great day, crochet lovers!